Welcome back to Just One Question 2.0. And I'm doing the second round as a really exciting chance to meet some fascinating people that I've run across as I scan the world of speakers and communicators and thought leaders. And so I'm thrilled this week to have Dr. Jared Cox with us. Dr. Cox has been a dentist for a number of years, and I know what you're thinking. Your first thought is, "Oh my God, the dentist! I am suddenly scared." Maybe that's not your first. It's your first thought. Might as well admit it. And that's actually exactly what Jared talks about, and that's what has launched his exploration of the world of our fears and our response to modern life and what we do about those things that are holding us back. So welcome, Jared. It's a great honor to have you on the show. What are you excited about these days?
Nick, first, let me just say thanks for having me. It's a pleasure to be here. I'm so excited to be part of it. So thanks for asking me to be here. I'll tell you, I'm really excited to get out and talk to people. I'm ready for the energy to come back. I mean, I know that we don't have all the answers to COVID yet, but I'm thankful that we're making progress because people have been burdened now so much for 18, 20 months, I think we're going on. And I'm excited to see all of that come back and glad to get out there. You know, as you mentioned, I'm a dentist and have been for about 20 years. And I've been working on getting my message ready to share with other people. You know, dentistry has taught me a lot about fear, a lot about courage, and I'm excited about getting out there and being able to share it with people. You know, there have been a lot of things that I have learned over the years in my office that tell me that we're not prepared for courage the way that we really could be, and there are times in our life where we have to be. We have to be more prepared for courage. For example, one Friday afternoon, I was working in my office and I got a text from a friend who had tickets to the World Series in Houston.
Wow.
It was my first World Series. They were VIP tickets, and all I had to do was pick him up in Dallas. Well, I'm a pilot, so the next day, another friend of ours jumped aboard my plane, and we flew to Dallas to pick up our buddy with the tickets, and we took off for Houston. But as I was coming up through 3,000 feet, my plane started to climb at a near vertical angle. So I tried to go through my problem solving mode and turn the autopilot off, and that didn't work. So I tried my second fail safe, and that didn't work. And then I tried my third fail safe, and that didn't work. And at that point, I was looking almost straight up into the air. If the plane would have gone any more vertical, it would stall right over the interstate that runs through the heart of the city, and it's full of innocent people driving their cars. Well, the way to recover is to push the yoke forward and lower the nose of the plane. But whatever the problem was, it wouldn't let me control the yoke. And pretty quickly, I realized I had to tell air traffic control that I had an emergency. But when you declare an emergency in controlled airspace, especially over a place like Dallas, everyone else is just pushed miles out of your way because no one knows what's about to happen next. And my friends are scared to death because air traffic control asks how many souls are on board, and 3 souls. Me and 2 of my closest friends, and the moment was just coming at me so fast. And even though I'm doing everything that I can think to do, I knew that it wasn't enough. But pulsing in my mind were words that my flight instructors had told me countless times: never, ever stop flying the plane. And I see that today too. We're in a situation where a lot of people are scared. They don't know what to do. We don't have all the answers. Things are out of our control. And really, we have to keep flying the plane. And I want to tell people about that. I want to say, look, this is when I see people who come to my office, they're in a situation that a lot of times is very, very scary. I think of dentistry sometimes kind of like roller coasters, right? Like take roller coasters, for example. When you're afraid, if you're afraid of roller coasters, you can will yourself to go ride 25 roller coasters. And by the end of that, maybe you can feel a lot better and maybe not be afraid of riding roller coasters.
Mm-hmm.
But not everything works that way.
Mm.
You don't get 25 chances at your job.
Mm.
You don't get 25 chances with your kids. You don't get 25 chances with your marriage. Mm. There are some things and some times where we need to be able to deal with fear without getting all the practice it takes to like get over it. There are certain things that we just don't get over. And that's what I see every day too, and we've got to do something different about it.
Amazing. Dr. Jared Cox, thank you. I want to hear the rest of that story. I know you got the plane down safely because you're here talking to me, so I can live with that. But you're so right about how much fear we're all facing, fear of the unknown, fear of the uncertainty, and learning new powerful ways to deal with it deal with those fears will be extraordinarily helpful. So I'm hoping you can get out there and start talking to people. I'm hoping the pandemic wraps up quickly. And thank you so much for being on Just One Question.
Thank you for having me.